It's Talk Tonight, the podcast of delights, and don't you know it? Talk Tonight, it's Talk Tonight.
Hello and welcome to the Talk Tonight podcast. Hope you're all well. It's been a long while since me and Harry have been on one together, and there's a reason why we're back together. It's because we've got a very special guest today. We've got, just a little number one artist, Tom Grennan. How are you, mate?
Yes, mate. I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm super. How's the last year been for you? Because, it's been fucking crazy, hasn't it?
Yeah, man. For me, it's actually been a time where I've kind of reset myself. I've kind of worked from like my mental and my physical health, and just literally pressed the reset button. I moved back with my mum and dad for the first lockdown, and that gave me some time to kind of just, I don't know, reconnect with my family. Like, I've always been connected to my family, don't get me wrong, but it's like, when you go back to your mums and your dads, and you're just like, oh, this is what it's all about. So I had that time, and to be honest, I feel guilty saying I had a good time in lockdown, but I did, and it really, like, I don't know, it was like the making of me, to be honest. Like, my music took off through lockdown, which was amazing. Yeah. And and I came out of it with a number one album. So I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed.
Yeah, because obviously, like, for music artists, it's been quite a struggle in lockdown, but you've sort of used it to your advantage, like getting number one. What was that feeling like when that got announced?
Yeah, man, it was crazy. It was like 5 years of hard work has all come down to that moment. So yeah, I still can't believe it, and I'm just buzzing to say that I've got a number one album under my belt. It's great. Yeah.
So if you don't mind, could you take us back to your childhood and where your love for music really began? Like, were you one of those people who grew up surrounded by music, or did you find your own way?
I wasn't surrounded by music. Like, obviously my mum would listen to like her music, and she listened to like all like Queen and Madonna and Elton John and people like that, and just love like pop music. And my dad is an old school Irish geezer, so he only listens to like Irish jigs, to be honest. But it was more my granddad who introduced me to like soul, gospel, and like blues. Yeah. So, but my music when I was growing up, I loved like hip hop, Eminem, 50 Cent, The Game. But then I also love like grime, so like Skepta, Jamie, Devlin, and people like that. So I had a different musical like influences like from growing up, but I never thought I would be doing music. I played football, so I thought I would be like doing some sort of sport in a job. But here I am now doing music, and it's pretty crazy.
Obviously doing the old research, and you made your like debut on the music scene as a singer for a Chasing Status song, so that must have been quite a big thing to get at that time.
Yeah, man, like they just shouted me. I'd never been in a studio before, and they shouted me when I was at uni, so I was still at uni when that happened. And it was just crazy I was a massive fan of Chasing Status, still am. And when they gave me the call up, I was kind of like, wow, this is mad. So I went in the studio, and then we wrote All Goes Wrong together, and then they asked me to come out on stage with them, and we did it, and it just worked, man. It was good.
Because you just said about like your different influences and stuff, but like when I listened to your album, I couldn't really, you were saying like the rap and stuff. I can't really hear that influence.
Oh yeah, like that's not my. I wouldn't say like that influences my music, but like they were my influences when I was younger, and and I still love that. I still love that music, but yeah, man, I can't rap for nobody, man.
So what sort of thing were you listening to when you were recording the album?
I wasn't, man. I don't really listen to much music when I'm recording or when I'm writing, to be honest. Like, I'm in writing mode now, so like if you'd ask me who I'm listening to now, I'd be like, me. When you're like doing music, and when you're just constantly writing and in a studio, the last thing you want to be doing is kind of going home and listening to music. It's kind of I just need a break from it. Do you know what I mean? Like, so when I was writing the album, I didn't really listen to much music. I just went on what my heart was telling me and what kind of, I don't know, where it was bringing me, man. What kind of road it was bringing me down.
Yeah. Because like, well, I suppose I've actually got a friend who's a chef, and he's the same. Like, because he's cooking all day, the last thing he wants to do when he get in is cook his tea.
It's cool. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And then you released Light Your Matches debut album. How was that, like, getting your first album out there?
Yeah, it was, man. It was amazing. Like, I never, like, that first album was me kind of finding my rhythm, finding my feet, finding my voice, and it was a collection of songs that got put in together into an album. Can you hear music, by the way?
No, it's all right.
No.
Because they're pumping music through the gym now. But yeah, and that was the start of my career, I suppose. Chasing Status, and then Light Your Matches, and it did really well for a debut album in England at that point. And there's a lot of great artists putting out big albums at that month and that year, and yeah, we did good, man. For a debut album, it smashed it. So I'm very, very, like, I'm very proud of that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a cracking album, to be fair.
I think, like, with you, one of the main things is, like, you've got quite a unique voice, in the sense that, you know, a lot of the music artists nowadays, a lot of them do sound quite similar. But you kind of stood out, and then obviously you got, could you tell us how it came about with Ella Henderson? Because, like,
I've known Ella for a while. And she just hit me up again. She was like, "Yo, I've got this song. I wrote it like 4 years ago. Do you want to be on it?" And I was like, "Let me listen to it." And as soon as I heard it, I knew it was something special. And she's great. She's amazing. And yeah, she's so talented. So I was like 100%, and it worked out well because I just put a song out, Little Bit of Love, and I was like, people were like, "Oh, it might interrupt A Little Bit of Love," and then me and Ella were like, "Nah, it won't," and it didn't, and it just fitted well, and it worked well, and the timing couldn't have been more perfect.
Because that was like your first sort of break into the mainstream, you could say, like.
That the Ella Henderson song and Little Bit of Love, like, both went top 10, and yeah, man, like, it's just crazy.
Yeah, I'd like to know a bit more about festivals. I think Harry has got something a bit more specific, but like, what's it like actually playing festivals? Because we've never done it.
Yeah, mate, it's a buzz, mate. It's like I love going to festivals. You know what I mean? So being on the other side of the stage is pretty mad. I still find it mad. But what is it like? I don't really know what it's like. It's a buzz. It's I can't really explain it. It's like you're there to do a job at the end of the day, but like, it's just an atmosphere that you can't really explain. It's like, I don't know, being in a massive party.
Do you consider being a music artist a job? Because obviously, like,
nah, man. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I do treat it as like, do I treat it as a job? No, I don't. I'm having fun, mate. Do you know what I mean? And I'm very, like, privileged to be in the position that I'm in. And I'll never take it for granted. So, and it's not going to last forever. So, yeah, at the moment, I'm just taking every day as it comes and just having fun and seeing what happens.
So with the like the festival thing, you played done Reading, Leeds, and Transmit. Is there any difference between the two of them? Between Reading and Leeds?
Yeah, there is a difference. Yeah, like, I don't know what the difference is, and I can't tell you what the difference is, but there is it's a different vibe, Reading and Leeds. Northerners are mad, innit? And that is what it is. I feel like Leeds is a bit more nuttier than Reading, and I like that. But I also love Reading.
Well, Harry, you've been Reading, haven't you? No, I've done Leeds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leeds was unbelievable. So, like, when you say like you've been to festivals and stuff, who would you say is like the highlight? Who you've seen? Like, who's the best artist you've ever seen?
Eminem, man. That really.
Eminem.
Yeah.
That's quite recently, wasn't it? Well, he's
Nah,
headlined a
that
few
was.
times, hasn't he?
I was like 16, 17. Yeah.
Is that not recent? I don't know.
Nah, I'm 25 now, man. Nearly 26.
Well, you're getting on a bit, aren't you, mate?
Man, don't tell me that, man.
Leave it out because
Yeah.
I'm ancient.
So, coming out of lockdown, coming out of 2020, COVID as it was, what's your plans coming up?
Mate, just to keep making good music, man. Just to kind of get back on tour. I'm
Yeah.
out on tour in September, and get back to festivals and just being able to do what we love doing, going to gigs, playing gigs, and just having fun, man.
Just having normality back in it.
Normality, freedom, and just good times, bro.
Yeah, because there is something I would like to talk to you about. So obviously we're going on tour, and you've got like quite a good relationship with some upcoming artists. Like I see on your Instagram lives, you like get people on, don't you? To like play music. Is there anyone that's like stood out, like you're gonna get supporting you?
I can't say that right now, man, but I do have some people in mind. Yeah, I do have some people in mind.
Just because there's a lad called Jack Cattle who's been on your stream a couple of times, and he came on our podcast, and he's a good lad. Definitely should be on tour with you.
All right, sound. I'll make sure I keep it in mind.
Yeah.
So you announced the other day that you've got a song coming out with Calvin Harris.
Yeah,
that's quite a big thing, isn't it? That's
it's pretty big, mate. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty big. Yeah. Again, I can't really believe it, man. And he just hit me up. Do you want to do a song? And I was like, yeah, man, let's do it, 100%. And yeah, I'm excited, mate. Like, I'm excited. 4th of June is just going to be crazy, I think. And it's a big summer tune, and Calvin never like disappoints. It's always a banger. So
yeah, he has got the bangers, hasn't
he? Yeah.
What's it like working with someone like that?
Mad, man. He's a G, mate. He's an absolute G. He's the boss, man, and he's ledge, mate. He's a really nice guy, down to earth, and just sound.
So with the tour, you were playing Ali Pali, and you've sold it out, haven't you?
I have sold it out, yeah. Mad.
That is mad. Like, that's a big place.
Yeah, it's mad. Yeah, it's gonna be some show, mate. And again, I can't really believe it. Everything that's happening is just mental, mate. But it's gonna be a good show, and it's just gonna be like, yeah. I don't really know, man. It's gonna be good. I hope.
It's just sort of like, for you, it's just sort of happened kind of like overnight, hasn't it? It's just been boom.
Well, it's been 5 years of hard work, man, for sure. But I don't know, they're kind of coming into line now, the stars. So, yeah, it feels good.
What's it actually like? So obviously you've hit the mainstream and stuff. So like, obviously I know your social media and stuff will be going crazy. But have you had like many fan interactions, like when you're just walking out down the street? Have you had any good stories in relation to fans?
To be honest, man, like I live in London, so like no one really cares. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's like, don't get me wrong, I do get like, I feel like people are like starting to look, but no one really comes up to me, man, and that's cool. But if I go up north, it's more like where I'm from, for example, Bedford is pretty crazy. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, in London, no one cares. Everybody's like whatever. You know what I mean? And but like on Instagram and stuff like I get some weird, crazy messages, man. Like some weird one where like I had one yesterday. It stressed me out. talking about like the devil and all this craziness, and I was like, oh my god, mate, I don't need that on a Tuesday night, bro. Do you know what I mean?
So
Yeah.
Your requests side of your inbox must be pretty heavy. Like,
Yeah, it's pretty heavy, mate. That's what I'm talking about. Like, they were like, you need to like, what? Just talk about the devil and that. I was like, mate, this is too much, man. Like, relax.
Is that why you're in the gym today?
Yeah, bro. Just removing all them negative, like, weird shit around me, mate.
Oh, fantastic stuff. If you could tour with anyone, who would it be?
Lady Gaga. She's sick.
Oh, that's left field though. I would never have, never in a million years would have guessed that.
Yeah, mate. She's wicked. I love her.
Why?
Mate, it's Lady Gaga. She's got a voice. And she's just I don't know, she's interesting, man. She interests me a lot. I feel like she's unbelievable at what she does, and like her tours would be crazy, man. It'd be good fun.
Yeah, fair enough. Honestly can't argue with that.
yeah,
I ain't got to come back.
No, she is. She is
No.
pretty incredible at what she does.
She's
amazing, bro.
Versatile as well. Like, she can act as well, can't she?
That's what I mean, yeah.
Would you ever go into the acting, or is it not for you?
Yeah, man. I would love to, mate. I would love to. That's something that I did at uni. I did acting at uni, so I would love to try do it one day and see what happens. And yeah, that door's always open, bruv. Trust.
What sort of thing would it be? Like, would you be like sort of an extra on Hollyoaks, or?
Well, mate, whatever job's given, man, I'll do it, bruv.
Fair enough. So you studied acting at uni?
Yeah.
So what was that like? Where did you go to uni?
I went to uni in St Mary's in Twickenham. What was it like? It was good fun, man. I met some really good friends. We just had a lot of like fun. Got to act, got to play, got to kind of just, I don't know, for 3 years, just be whoever we wanted to be each day, just acting out stupid, crazy things. But yeah, it was good, man. It was fun.
So when did it go from acting to learning to play music and stuff like that? When did you start transitioning?
I was like practicing music in uni, so like that was like the time where like I got to focus on like writing and playing guitar and stuff like that. So it was like first year of uni, just did that, hibernated. Second year of uni, went and did like loads of pub shows. Third year of uni, just got signed, and I was like, wow, this is mad, crazy.
Was there like a moment you realised, oh, I'm actually quite good at this?
I still haven't realised it. I don't think. I'm just like, this is. I'm don't know. Blagged it all the way.
Fair enough. There is few more things we would like to speak about just before we let you get off.
Yeah.
What was it like being on the One Show? Because that was
the One Show.
Yeah.
It was good. Yeah, they were all really nice. Who was on the show again? He's from, what's his name? Irish guy.
Oh, was it the people
Ronan
from
Keaton?
Yeah.
Keaton. He's sound, and the Welsh lady's really nice as well. So yeah,
the Welsh lady. You don't even know her name.
I forget her name, man. Name.
Is it Alex Jones? Is that her name?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's her name. Yeah. Alex Jones.
Yeah. No, because I was just watching it, and it was like, oh, Tom Grennan's coming on. I was like, I'd love him on the podcast.
Well, mate, you've put it into the atmosphere, and here I am, bro.
Exactly. You know, for us, this has been a long time in the making. A bit like your album was for you.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, really appreciate it coming on, mate. Harry, you got any last questions?
I was just gonna say, this is a really silly little question. Are you tea or coffee?
I'm tea man for sure. I don't drink coffee at all. It gives
Fair
me
enough.
makes me like weird, mate.
Yeah, it's
Fair.
quite a taste,
Too
isn't
much-
it? Like it,
Too much caffeine, bro.
Yeah,
What's your go-to biscuit?
I'd go like an Oreo. Love an
Oh
Oreo.
yeah. Oh nah,
Yeah.
not for me. Not for me.
Oreos,
Yeah, I love an
Oreos
Oreo.
are good, man. They're good.
Chocolate
They're good.
hobnob all the way.
Yeah, chocolate hobnob is good. It is good.
Well, Tom, we'll let you get back off to the gym.
Nice one, boys.
Cheers for
Have a
coming
good
on,
day,
mate.
yeah?
Been an
No
absolute
problem.
pleasure talking to you.